Hi dear friends and subscribers, welcome to the Cricket Happening Show today. In this Cricket Happening Show, well, we are going to look at the one-day series which has ended in the United Arab Emirates today. As you know, today was the last day, the last match of the 5-match one-day international series which was played at the Sharjah cricket ground. And well, South Africa steamrollered Pakistan to win the match by 117 runs, thus taking the series 4-1. As I said, Pakistan had to actually win this match today to save some face, but unfortunately they faltered once again. It would one could call this a collapse, because this has been the trend as far as Pakistan are concerned in this one-day international series, where we have seen Pakistan always succumb to the South African bowlers when they look like really. But in this particular match, one could safely say that South Africa totally dominated, and Pakistan were absolutely steamrollered for 151. In fact, South Africa winning the match by huge margin of 117 runs to bring an end to the one-day international series in the United Arab Emirates by taking this match. So the score line for South Africa, 4-1 against Pakistan, and now Pakistan will take on South Africa in South Africa when they would play a series of one-day internationals and T20s. So just talking about this game today, it all started with South Africa actually winning the toss and choosing to bat first. They didn't have a good beginning, because with the very fifth delivery, Mohammad Irfan, who as you know has made it a habit. Now, one thing that talks about the greatness of this bowler Mohammad Irfan is to get a great wicket in the form of Hashim Amla, and the records say that Hashim Amla has been dismissed, the maximum that a bowler has dismissed Hashim Amla. Now the credit would definitely go to Mohammad Irfan, because he holds the proud record of having the maximum number of dismissals of Hashim Amla, one of the great cricketers from South Africa. So Hashim Amla today was sucked out early by Mohammad Irfan. As he was gone, LBW bowled Mohammad Irfan for 3. So that was the first wicket to go, and that made the score 4-1. And then Quinton de Kock, the other day, who made a century, was along with du Plessis, and this was a partnership which really, I wouldn't say the score really screeched along, but definitely they pushed the score along till the 13th over, adding 54 runs for the second wicket. But then it was Quinton de Kock who played some very good shots throughout his innings of 34, was finally gone, as Saeed Ajmal actually had him LBW for 34 of 41 balls with 5 fours, which made the score 54 for 2 in the 13th over. JP Duminy joined du Plessis, but JP Duminy left pretty early as he was consumed by Mohammad Hafiz of the ball. He was consumed by Ahmed Shahzad of the bowling of Mohammad Hafiz for 2, which made the score 62 for 3 in the 16th over. Du Plessis then had A.B. de Villiers, the South African captain, coming in and joining him. And du Plessis, well, he did his job of scoring runs. He was pretty sedate. In fact, there was a spell in which du Plessis and A.B. de Villiers were there. That was the spin spell which was going on between Mohammad Hafiz, Shahid Afridi and Saeed Ajmal, and they really kept things absolutely tight. And not only that, added to that, du Plessis' wicket was lost as Junaid Khan came in for his second spell and scalped the wicket of du Plessis for 46 of 89 balls with 2 fours, and the score was 124 for 4 at that stage. David Miller contributing 15 of 25 balls with 1 4. There was a quicker delivery from Saeed Ajmal, and David Miller played into the hands of Saeed Ajmal, as Saeed Ajmal actually had him cotton bowled for 15, and the score read 150 for 5 in the 39th over. Now A.B. de Villiers was there at the crease, but what A.B. de Villiers did was, initially his 50 was in a very sedate manner, but the next 50 that he slammed was of just 29 balls. That was in a partnership with Ryan McLaren, who went on to make 27 runs of 24 balls with 5 fours. So from 150 for 5, like Pakistan were really had a real stranglehold on the South African innings. But once the 39th over, in the sense from 150 for 5, McLaren was a real, he was an able partner that A.B. de Villiers got, and that enabled A.B. de Villiers not only to reach his century, where he finished unbeaten on 115 of 102 balls with 10 fours and 3 sixes, which proved to be an absolutely a winning effort from A.B. de Villiers. And not only that, A.B. de Villiers had the proud distinction of having the proud record now, in the sense he was the fastest fastest South African player to reach 6,000 runs. He reached it, so he holds the proud record. And de Villiers 115. As I said, there was a good partnership, and this was the partnership which enabled South Africa to finish with a score of 268 for 7. And the partnership was worth with de Villiers and McLaren for the 6th wicket was worth 83 runs. So it was done in a pretty good fashion. In fact, from the 39th over, 39th over was the time when McLaren actually joined de Villiers. And if you look at it, it was a very, very sweet little partnership which actually gave the impetus to the South African innings. And finally, South Africa had 268 for 7 on the board after 50 overs. As I said, in the initial part, they definitely struggled against this Pakistan bowling. But with wickets in hand, A.B. de Villiers, what a wonderful player he is. So he decided to really up the tempo at the right time and got 115 unbeaten runs to his credit of 102 balls with 10 fours and 3 sixes. Peterson was bowled by Junaid Khan for 2. McLaren was also out for 27. Parnell was not out on 8, and 268 for 7 was the tally for South Africa, which always looked one credit. Another thing that one has to talk about is the credit that has to be given to the South African players, especially A.B. de Villiers, for this was not a track which was actually conducive to bowlers. It was more of a slow track. So it required the South African batsmen to really apply themselves, and that's what they precisely did. And A.B. de Villiers' innings, as I said, was of absolute importance. Well, that is the precise reason South Africa finishing at 268 for 7 of their 50 overs. The bowling figures: Mohammad Irfan, 10 overs, no maiden, 1 for 52, bowled well, got a lot of ball to bounce. Sohaib Tanveer, 8 overs, none for 58, was very costly. Saeed Ajmal, 10 overs, 3 for 45. In fact, the spinners did a wonderful job. Mohammad Hafiz, 3 overs, no maiden, 1 for 10. Shahid Afridi bowled his full quota in perfect fashion, 10 overs, no maiden, none for 37. Junaid Khan had a bit of tap, 9 overs, no maiden, 2 for 57. And then Pakistan actually had a target to chase, and then they had to get 269 runs at a very healthy run rate, I would say 5.36 runs per over. And for Pakistan, the start was absolutely dismal, as both the openers were sent back into the pavilion pretty quickly. As you know, today Vernon Philander was playing his first game, and Ahmed Shehzad was the first to go, as he actually tried to turn a delivery from Lanwaba Sutsobe, as they call him, Tutsi, I suppose. And so he actually got the wicket of Ahmed Shehzad, caught Philander, bowled Sutsobe for 2. And as you know, Ahmed Shehzad scored a lot of runs in this particular one-day series, and it was really sad to see Ahmed Shehzad depart in such a fashion, as he tried to turn Sutsobe and the ball ballooned into the air, and Philander took the catch. After that, Mohammad Hafiz was dismissed by a beautiful delivery from Vernon Philander, as Mohammad Hafiz had the stumps disturbed by Philander for 6, and the score read 8 for 2 in the 5th over. And after that, the Pakistan's innings was the problems were totally compounded, as Umar Amin left, as he was LBW bowled Philander for 5 of 13 balls, and that made the score look 17 for 3 in the 9th over. Sohaib Maqsood was there, and he was joined in by Misbah-ul-Haq, the captain. And Sohaib Maqsood was looking very impressive. Of what one has seen from Sohaib Maqsood, whatever innings he has played against South Africa has looked very impressive. He's not afraid to actually go and attack the bowlers, and he also has some very good strokes in his repertoire, and it was good to see. So it looks to be a very talented batsman in the making, Sohaib Maqsood. And the partnership slowly started, I would say, started repairing things for Pakistan, but only as much as the score went on to 56, when Misbah-ul-Haq was a victim, as he was gone, caught by Miller of the bowling of McLaren for 18 of 25 balls with 1 4 and 1 6, which made the score 56 for 4 in the 17th over. And then Umar Akmal came in and gave some solid support to Sohaib Maqsood, with the score really been pushed along, with Sohaib Maqsood absolutely nailing the bowlers with some very good strokes, and Umar Akmal on the other hand also playing well, but being a bit more watchful than what he was doing, and he realized probably that he is the most experienced person in the team, and he was along with Sohaib Maqsood. But after that, when the score reached 110, with this partnership really made things count for Pakistan by stretching it to 110. That was the time Umar Akmal's wicket was gone, when he was LBW bowled Dumini for 30 of 38 balls with 2 fours. And after that, the whole Pakistan, the bowling, after that there were 5 wickets that were lost for just 23 runs. Not 23 runs, it's probably 30 runs, I suppose. In 30 runs, the other 5 just folded. Shahid Afridi, well, he was a disappointment. He was cotton bowled by Wayne Parnell. Wayne Parnell was the one who really decimated the tail. In fact, he just went on clearing the tail. As first he picked up Shahid Afridi, cotton bowled Parnell for 9. Sohaib Maqsood was the other end, but Sohaib Maqsood, well, he was doing his job, but when his score reached 53, he was a victim as he went for runs. He wanted to get some quick runs for Pakistan, which was absolutely of essence, but unfortunately Sohaib Maqsood was a victim. Caught Philander bowled Dumini for 53 of 65 balls with 7 fours, and that was the time South Africa had already done their job, with only their tail to follow, and then the tail found it very difficult to really stay at the wicket, as McLaren dismissed Sohail Tanveer for 15 of 17 balls with 3 fours. Saeed Ajmal was LBW bowled Parnell for 1, and Parnell cleared up Mohammad Irfan with a taste of his own medicine, as Parnell actually got a ball to the 7 feet guy to bounce, and Mohammad Irfan had to fend at it, and Amla took a catch, and he was gone for a duck. Junaid Khan was not out on 1, and Pakistan innings folded for 151, thus giving a victory to South Africa by 117 runs. South Africa taking the series 4-1. Not only that, the one-day series in the United Arab Emirates finally ended at the Sharjah Cricket Stadium, with South Africa winning the match by 117 runs. Looking at the bowling figures, Vernon Philander playing his first game, bowled absolutely impressively. 8 overs, 2 maiden, 2 for 23 for him. Sotsobe 7 overs, no maiden, 1 for 28. Ryan McLaren 4.3 overs, 1 maiden, 21 runs and 2 wickets. Robin Peterson 5 overs for 29 runs. Parnell cleaning up the tail there, 7 overs, 1 maiden, 3 for 36. Dumini 4 overs, 1 maiden, 2 for 14. As far as the player of the match was concerned, A.B. de Villiers took it, rightly so, and player of the series went to Ryan McLaren of South Africa for his all-round skills that he showed during the one-day international series. Now, just talking about this particular series, okay, before I talk about it, I would just like to remind everybody that tomorrow Sri Lanka take on New Zealand in the second one-day international at the same ground where the match was washed out, hambantota. And hambantota, once again, I am told the forecast is not good. There is going to be rain, so I'm just wondering that why they are having two one-day international matches scheduled at the same ground where rain is always been a big problem. But anyway, that is for the Sri Lankan cricket management to really think about that when the next time they host a particular series. Well, anyways, let's get on from here and look at as far as South Africa are concerned. Well, they are looking on a roll, and now Pakistan would be going on to South Africa, and they'll be taking South Africa and the South African shores, which is going to be very difficult. As you know, South Africa on their homeland are real tigers, and Pakistan are not going to find it easy at all. Well, as far as South Africa are concerned, well, they have everything going for them. There has been a very good effort from them. Looking at Pakistan, the only reason that I will be talking about Pakistan is that Pakistan basically have to do a lot of homework now. Because what has happened is, what one has seen in this one-day series is that Pakistan always have that element of unpredictability, and in this particular one-day series, what you have seen, Pakistan have always lost from a winning situation. two matches, one could say very safely that they lost from a winning situation. At least in this match, I wouldn't say it was a winning situation, but this was a match which was totally dominated by South Africa. Now Pakistan definitely have to work on something, and Misbah-ul-Haq has already sounded that, saying that they have to really work on that they can't afford to collapse from a winning position, and that's what they precisely did. Otherwise, I thought Pakistan were definitely into control of the game. But you know, you always in cricket, you have to be good till the end, and that's something which Pakistan have lacked, unfortunately. Now, one good thing that has happened for Pakistan, according to me, is Sohaib Maqsood's batting. Now, I said Sohaib Maqsood is an youngster. He's not afraid to throw the bat at the ball, and he has some very good strokes. And one of the strokes that I said would definitely stood out because of the power that he generated when he actually played that stroke. And that was a ball which was coming outside the off stump. He had the temerity to go and hit it past mid-wicket for a boundary, and that is something which was great, because you're taking the ball from outside the off stump and slamming it through the onside through mid-wicket, and that is something that's a stroke that is something which is absolutely special, according to me. And that said a lot about Sohaib Maqsood. And I think Pakistan have definitely got a real talent in him, and to make runs against South African bowlers, it's not an easy task. And I think I would give full credit to Sohaib Maqsood for putting up such a show, and this would only augur well for him in the future. Well, dear fans and subscribers, on this note, saying that the one-day series in the United Arab Emirates today has ended with Pakistan losing the match to South Africa by a huge margin of 117 runs, and South Africa taking the series 4-1. This is your host Ram, ending the cricket show for today, but promising you that tomorrow, rain permitting, at Hambantota, when New Zealand take on Sri Lanka once again, your host Ram will be there. Well, whether the rain is there or not, your host Ram is always there on the Cricket Happening Show. But well, if the match goes on, then it would be a match report from Hambantota. But if the match doesn't go on, then definitely there will be something on cricket that your host Ram will dwell on. Thanks for your company, and thanks for your continued cooperation to this cricket show. Your host Ram will see you tomorrow. Thank you.